You're listening to the Fast F1 podcast. Hello again, everyone, and welcome back to the Fast F1 podcast with me, Danny Kane.
And I'm Eddie Meteye-O'Kane.
And I think maybe we should actually call this the Fast IMSA podcast.
Okay, no.
We are coming to you with a special episode today. We are at the IMSA SportsCar Series at Road America in Elkhart Lake, Wisconsin for the weekend.
Yeah, I couldn't hold back this month-long break. I felt like, because we were going here, we are currently at turn 3 right now to record this podcast, which is crazy, but I couldn't hold back the urge to keep doing episodes for the podcast. I mean, it's a month away, and it's too long.
Yeah, so we're in the middle of the summer break, and Eddie and I decided that since we're at Road America watching the sports car races, that maybe we'd do a quick special episode. It's Saturday evening.
It is.
We just watched, in addition to the Michelin Pilot Challenge, one of the support races, we also watched the qualifying for the WeatherTech series, the main event of the weekend.
Yeah, it's crazy. This is my first ever actual racing event somehow. Yeah, I'm surprised.
Eddie's never been to a road course racetrack. We went to an oval track.
We went to the
Lacrosse
Fairgrounds Speedway, although that really wasn't a race.
That's a weekly race that happens in Lacrosse, Wisconsin.
Although it's not an official race, and IMSA is one of the top 10 motorsport series, and it's got so many famous racers.
Yeah, so over in Lacrosse, that was 7 or 8 years ago, when Eddie was real young. We went there, and they have NASCAR official races every week there, but it's a real small series. This is the first national touring event where it's got drivers from all over the world and whatnot. Yeah.
So, Road America, my dad thinks this is like the greatest American track, this and COTA. I don't know why COTA.
No, this one's better than COTA.
Yeah, I know. I'm not a fan of COTA. I don't know. My dad will always say, nah, COTA's a nice track. You're completely wrong. I'm not a fan of COTA.
Well, what do you think of this track?
This track is amazing. It's got the carousel, it's got the Canada corner, it's got the front straight. It's an amazing track. I'm looking around it. This is actually quite a nice track. It's apparently ranked an FIA Grade 2 track, so it's also ranked for the layout for a Grand Prix, so apparently it could host an F1 race. It probably won't.
I don't think it could. I think for an F1 race, it'd have to be Grade 1.
It's required for a Grade 1 to host an F1 race.
Right.
But it's got the potential to.
Well, they would need to do a lot with the grandstands. They'd have to do a lot with the facilities to get it up to that level. They've got gravel traps in various areas that they'd have to probably build runoffs on, things like that. But all the same, it's pretty universally beloved as one of the great tracks of the world.
Oh, I love this circuit. It's beautiful.
And we're lucky enough to live, only about an hour and a half's drive away from it. So I've been here a number of times. This is Eddie's first time here.
First ever racing track. It's
what do you think about what do you think about all the access that you get to all the cars?
Yeah,
you get really up close here for.
So we got the VIP. My dad has actually the 4 times he's been here. He's actually never gotten VIP until now. With me, and it feels luxurious, actually.
Yeah, so by VIP, we get access to the tower in front of the starter stand.
It's a pretty big tower, and it's right in front of the straightaway, and it's pretty nice. It really is.
And it's been really crucial this weekend because it's been
how hot it is. The humidity is unbelievable.
Yeah, so it got up to 88 degrees Fahrenheit today, which is not as hot as it has been when I've been here a couple other times, but it's still hot.
It is still hot. Yesterday, I feel like it was hotter when it was supposed to be hotter today.
Yeah, it was hotter today, but we were lucky enough to get out of the heat and get into the tower.
We were in the tower when it got into its peak point.
Yeah.
So, it was really hot, and we're getting a lot of exercise from this because we brought our bikes, and this is the place to bike on, this is the place to bike around, because it's easy to get around here on your bikes because there's so much room. It's a great place.
And it's a workout, too, because there's a lot of
elevation change.
A lot of elevation change here, not just on the track, but even inside the track. I mean, go from the if you go from the starter stand down to the bottom of the track at the exit of the carousel, it's about 140 feet, I think, of elevation change.
All the way up to basically Canada Corner before you start going to
Canada Corner
13 and 14
is down that low.
straight.
It's really a beautiful scenery and everything's a great place to come see a race. So we got to meet a few drivers today.
We did. I got to meet Paul DeResta, not DeGrassi. I keep getting that mixed up.
Not DeGrassi. No, it's Paul DeResta.
Paul DeResta. DeGrassi's probably busy after he just finished Formula E. So, but DeResta, we got a signature on a sweater that I just bought.
And then who else?
We got Jack Aitken. He is such a nice guy.
Jack Aitken, he was cool to talk to for a few minutes.
He's the first person I've actually met out of like the 30-some drivers who I've watched in the time that I've been watching F1 for the past 5 years. So that was really special. I told him about that. He seemed really happy, and he's a good guy.
And then a couple of other former F1 drivers.
We got Felipe Nasr, Sebastian Bourdais.
Yeah, we got autographs from them.
We were going to get autographs from people like Antonio Garcia, Alex Sims, and Eduardo Mortara, but we didn't have time before the grid walk, which was also quite nice.
Yeah, so that was the grid walk for the Michelin Challenge. That's one of that's the biggest of the support races, but it is still one of the support races. But it's not the main race. Yeah.
The grid walk for the main race, which is the WeatherTech Challenge, is tomorrow. This is where they do like the prototypes in like a WEC series.
And we got to see Chip Ganassi as well.
He was right by us actually.
Walked right past us in the paddock.
I was kind of
tried to get a picture of him, but he looked like he was busy, so we didn't bother him.
But I'm surprised we actually recognized him in the first place, though, or at least you did.
Well, somebody pointed him out. I heard somebody in the crowd near us point out, hey, there's something, and I looked over and it was Chip Ganassi.
Yeah,
that was kind of cool.
Yeah, it's crazy. Medical director, right?
No, Chip Ganassi is a team owner.
Oh, a team? Really?
Yeah.
No way. Which team owner?
Chip Ganassi Racing.
No! Oh, man. But, yeah, lots of action. I would definitely say Canada Corner and the exit of the
Carousel.
I've got so many confused. Like Castle, Carousel, Corkscrew. So many at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So
the Carousel.
We watched the qualifying for the WeatherTech series at the kind of the middle of the carousel on the outside.
Along with it was the qualifying for that.
Yeah.
And the first part of it was super eventful because the last turn of it, and carousels are like, in my opinion, the hardest turns.
Yeah. So
harder than the Monaco hairpin.
The first part of qualifying was the GT cars.
Yeah.
The GTDs and the GTD Pros.
Yeah. And
exiting the carousel, there were a lot of cars that were going off. It was cool
crazy.
Because where we were sitting was right kind of as they were getting back on the power, and you could tell when somebody was about to go wide. Because
easily.
You could hear them feathering the throttle, or what, you know.
And I called it out like 2 seconds before they did. I was like, oh, they're gonna go wide.
Yeah.
But
nobody crashed, but a few people went wide, and then when we got to the LMPs. It was the GTPs.
No, it wasn't LMP because it was right before the last session.
Yeah, it was during the last session. Because it was Felipe Nasr's car. He wasn't driving it.
Yes, you're right.
It was his car.
You are right. Okay, so
went off on the entrance to the carousel and went very nearly hit the wall right in front of us.
Yeah, it was cool, but he did lose a big chunk of his car in the gravel. I'm surprised they didn't just throw a yellow there.
Lost some aerodynamic parts. It looked like only, but
I'm surprised
because he kept on.
There was still
laps.
There was one big piece. One big piece, one kind of big piece. But I'm surprised they didn't try and pick that up quickly.
Yeah,
I mean it's not that hard.
It was off the track. It was not in anybody's way.
But lots of incidents there. We haven't checked out Canada Corner yet. We're gonna watch that probably for one of the sessions tomorrow. We're gonna watch the WeatherTech Challenge from the VIP section, and it's so cool. The entire thing started, though, like 3 minutes before when we kept seeing so many Corvettes.
Yeah.
I was like, dang!
Seen a lot of interesting cars here out in the parking
and I
areas.
finally saw my first Ferrari in reality. I saw 3. I was like, Finally!
Yeah, we've seen several Ferraris,
lots of Corvettes.
Yeah. Corvettes are
all over the place.
Yeah. And Mustangs and Camaros. I mean, a lot of the American cars. So, not surprising that way.
I guess, but they're still Corvettes. That's pretty darn expensive.
Corvettes are, they're the Chevrolet's flagship car for the last, 70 years.
20 years, yeah.
Well, 70.
70 years?
Yeah, they've been making it since the 50s.
Why don't they just rename it to the Corvette?
Yeah, well, like its own brand?
Yeah.
Well, because it's not. It's Chevrolet Corvette. So then we also got to watch one of the Mustang Challenge races, and there was a big crash in that.
There was. Actually, every time when we first got here, and then just this morning, there have been red flags after red flags, and then safety cars after safety cars, and then it just goes green for the rest of the day.
Yeah. So, I mean, you can tell that the lower end series that the drivers are not.
They're not
full-time professional drivers, or at least not to the extent
or they're just not good.
Well, the cars are hard to drive, and
they are hard to drive.
So,
I could tell the braking on those cars is absolutely slow.
Yeah, but in the Mustang Challenge race, there was a big crash going into Canada, like before the braking zone at Canada Corner,
and they didn't get it on a good camera angle.
No, but it looked
so annoying.
It looked like what happened was that one of them went wide out of the kink,
and then the
got
other
on the grass, and then came back on the track. Another car that was behind him tried to sweep around him before they got to Canada Corner, and probably lost the car and crashed into him. And they both went sliding down the wall and into the runoff area at Canada Corner.
Two other crashes that were quite notable. Earlier today, I think it was someone lost the entire suspension of their car.
Well, just on one corner.
One corner.
Front left.
Well, they were on the grass. They went on the grass.
It was the same thing. He lost the car coming out of the kink, and he hit the wall and damaged the car. And then, as he was continuing on down the grass, he hit a big bump in the grass,
and his wheel came off.
The entire front suspension off.
He ripped his wheel off, and the suspension came off with the wheel. The wheel was left on the track with the suspension on it. So when we saw the car on the TV, the wheel was like completely gone. It was so crazy.
We weren't down by that part of the track, so we were watching.
We were close to it. We keep appearing like a turn away from the incidents.
Yeah, well,
but to the point where we can't see them.
We got to see the one GT.
We got to see a lot of them at the carousel.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. So, and then another one was when. Which one was it? There was another one. There was another big notable one. Oh, when he hit the concrete wall head on.
Oh yeah, so that was during.
That was during the race.
That was during final practice.
Final practice for the WeatherTech.
That was, final practice for the WeatherTech series, right? The lead and
it was the leader too.
It was the car that was going fastest in practice in the LMP2 class.
And
he went wide through the carousel,
and he probably broke something through that. And then he went straight on, and I don't think he could turn. He must have broke something with his steering, and then went directly head on into the concrete wall. And we were like all super nervous until he opened his door, shot out his arm, and threw a thumbs up. Yeah,
so he let people know right away, I'm okay. But that was
a scary one.
Yeah, it was a direct hit. He managed to get to an area of the track where there's no tire barrier and no safer barrier or anything like that. So he hit a concrete barrier pretty hard.
Yeah, it looked pretty powerful of a hit too.
Yeah.
I'm just glad they're okay, and
that it did look like they got the car repaired in time for qualifying.
I think they barely did.
Yeah.
And I think they went fastest too.
No, they weren't the fastest LMP2, but they were at least in qualifying.
They were, which is huge.
That was Keating that crashed.
Yeah, but very, very happy he's okay. Yeah. If you're listening, probably not. Thank goodness you're okay. But it's an eventful weekend. I've already gotten 2 Ferrari caps, a Ferrari banner, a checkered flag. Dad's gotten a hat.
Yeah, we spent some time at the souvenir shop. So Yeah, we're having a good time, and we're camping out again inside the track overnight tonight, and then we'll be here for the main event tomorrow, along with a couple more support races. But we're having a good time.
We really are.
Felt like we should record this special episode. Thanks for listening to it.
Yeah.
And make sure you give this podcast a like wherever you listen to it, on Apple Podcasts or Google Podcasts or wherever you get your podcasts. And we will see you sometime after the F1 summer break when we will record... Zandvoort's the next race, right?
We are racing at Zandvoort. I don't remember our predictions. I know we both think that Max Verstappen's going to win. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, because it's his home
Lando
race, and
second.
he'll be in a winning mood, I think.
Yeah, I think you and I said Lando second.
I really don't know.
And then I said I said Piastri second. I think you said Lando second. I said Norris third. You said Hamilton third.
Well, whatever it was.
That's where we are.
Until then. This has been the Fast F1 Podcast. I'm Danny Kane.
And I'm Eddie Meteye-O'Kane.
And we will see you next time.
Bye.
Fast F1 is produced by Danny Kane and Eddie Meteye-O'Kane. All rights are reserved. Music is performed by Alex Zavesa. Thanks for listening.